All right, so let's start with our weekly Zodiac read. And we're going to start with the fire signs. So, what do the fire signs need to work on this week? What do the fire signs need to work on this week? Okay. Spring, ritual success, law of attraction, growing. Spring, new beginnings, rebirth, fresh energy, growth. A time for renewal and growth, spring symbolizes the opportunity to plant seeds, both literal and metaphorical, that will blossom later. Trust the timing of fresh starts. Ritual success, discipline, focus, achievement, sacred practice. Rituals and consistent effort lead to success, whether practical or spiritual. Honor the practices that keep you aligned and focused. Law of attraction, manifestation, energy, alignment, focus. You have the power to manifest your dreams. Focus your thoughts and energy on what you want to attract and trust the universe to deliver. Growing. This is what you don't see happening under the deck. Progress, evolution, learning, expansion. Growth is happening even if it feels slow. Trust the process and be patient with yourself as you evolve. I feel like there is something new coming in for you this spring. And I think you have put in the dedication and discipline and focus to achieve this goal. I feel you are in the right vibration to have this manifestation come in, but you might have some doubts on it because you're not really sure if the growth is there. But I feel like by the spring, you'll be able to tell that what you've been doing has really brought in the success that you need. It's asking you to continue to be ritualistic with your success, use the law of attraction, and just keep going, even if it feels like you're not seeing the results. There is some change coming in the spring, okay? So we're going to clarify it. Let's clarify. We have fear, speak your truth, nutrition, and under the deck, new moon. So I feel the reason why you might not see things growing right now is because there may be some fear that you have. Speak your truth doesn't mean that you have to go out and shout to the world what's going on. It just means that maybe it's time for you to have a little look at the fears and illusions you have that you're telling yourself. Nutrition can be around food as well as nourishment, knowledge. And we're coming into a full moon, but new moon usually means like a new cycle. So you might have a new cycle too. So you might have some fears and limiting beliefs around whatever it is you're working on, you know what I mean, that you're trying to manifest for yourself. Just be consistent with it and kind to yourself and use nourishing words, maybe rephrase what you're telling yourself and try not to limit your growth forward, okay? So that's you guys, fire signs. All right, air signs. What you got going on this week? Air signs. What do you need to work on? Affirmations, meditation, death or end of a cycle, and under deck we have heavy. Affirmations, positive thinking, manifestation, empowerment, self belief. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool for transformation. Speak life into your goals and watch them manifest. Meditation, stillness, focus, clarity, peace. Meditation can bring you the clarity and peace you need right now. Take time to pause, breathe, and listen to your inner voice. Death or end of a cycle. Transition, release, renewal, closure. An old cycle is ending, creating space for renewal. Embrace this transition with trust and an open heart. Under the deck is what you don't see you need to work on, and it says heavy, burdens, overwhelm, resistance, struggle. You may be carrying a heavy burden. Take time to assess what you can release and prioritize self care. I feel like this cycle that you're coming to an end of has been a really, really heavy cycle for you. And I feel you're just being asked to stay positive. Don't let the heaviness, the overwhelm, the struggle, resistance interfere with what you're doing to end this cycle. Stay positive with some affirmations and empowering words. You might need to do some meditation work, maybe a guided meditation, journaling, or you can do yoga. Yoga is one way you can get in tune with yourself as well. I think you're just being asked to quiet your mind and just go within and reconnect with your body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, so let's do some clarifiers here. Clarify. Cards don't want to shuffle today. Clarifiers. Ooh. I have toxic, love, mirroring, and light. So I feel like we said, this has been a heavy cycle for you, and it's been hard for you to find love in what you've been going through because it has been very toxic. There's been a lot of reflection from people, the world, whatever it is that is causing a lot of heaviness in your life. You're being asked to stay in the light, and I think that that's where the affirmations and meditation come in, because love is unconditional, and I think that you're being asked to really give yourself love right now. And maybe there's some mirroring. I'm going to put the cards this way, okay? So I feel like this cycle has been really heavy and toxic. It's caused a lot of mirroring, and that brought some light to the surface in regards to maybe the way you treat yourself, maybe the type of love that you attract in your life. But you're being asked to find some really encouraging, positive words to say to yourself that bring more love and light to you at this time, because it is so heavy and dark, and to really go within and be kind to yourself and remember that it may feel like you're alone right now, but you're never alone. You're connected to people and friends in our lives in the physical world, and we have spirit teams and whatnot in other realms. So I think that this is a time where you're being asked to find light in loving yourself and to find kind words to say to yourself and go within and really work on the limitations and toxicity that you've gone through for the last little bit. All right, so that was air signs. Water signs. What do the water signs need to know this week? What do the water signs need to work on this week? walk away, fork in the road, intuition, guidance, and higher self, and under deck, light. Walk away. Release, courage, clarity, boundaries. It's time to walk away from what no longer aligns with your highest good. Trust that this decision will lead to new opportunities and peace. Fork in the road. Decision making, opportunity, uncertainty, direction. A decision awaits you. Each path has its lessons. So trust your intuition and move forward with confidence. Intuition, guidance, higher self. Inner knowing, clarity, alignment, trust. Your intuition and higher self are speaking to you. Trust the messages you're receiving and let them guide your decisions. Under the deck, which is what you don't see coming or what you don't see you have to work on, is light. Joy, clarity, ease, positivity. The energy around you is light and positive. Embrace joy and allow yourself to flow with ease. So I feel like you will be coming towards an opportunity where you're going to have to make a decision. And always remember with the fork in the road that no matter where we go on our path, our destiny is our destiny. But it's the path we take that gives us the lessons we either repeat from the past or lessons that are new that we get to experience in the future that all lead to our destination, right? And I feel like we have quite a few things that are saying you need to use your intuition and trust yourself. So I think you're being asked right now to stay positive and allow yourself to experience this next little part. And don't be afraid to make that choice and go down a different road if you have to. Just be sure and use your intuition. Look for signs, guidance, do some journaling around. If you're given an opportunity, sit down with a piece of paper. I used to do this all the time whenever I would have things come up in my life that I wasn't sure where to go. I would do my pros and cons list. If I did it this way, what would be the pros and cons of my life? If I did it this way, what would be the pros and cons of my life? And then from there, I would just pick and choose what I like, what I didn't like, and how it was going to come about. And then I would make decisions around that. And maybe that's the way you make decisions. I tend to not want to have to repeat the past over and over again. You know what I mean? So maybe choose differently or use your intuition and guidance and higher self to really sit down and make a solid decision before you move forward, okay? And walk away. So right now we have inner childhood wounds, transformation, success, and reflect. I think you're going to be moving towards a new opportunity and you're being asked to use your intuition and higher self and trust the guidance that you're getting. There will be clarity here. And I think that in order for you to really, be able to get what you want out of it, you might have to reflect on some fears you might have about this opportunity that maybe are from your childhood, maybe some self-worth issues, or I'm not sure. That is for you to figure out. But there is going to be transformation here, success, and you're just being asked to reflect on some limitations that you might have or patterns whenever you move forward onto this path. Okay, so that's you, water signs. All right, earth signs. What do the earth signs need to know? What do the earth signs need to know? What do the earth signs need to know? What do earth signs need to know? Forgiveness, stuck, healthy, Patterns. Forgiveness. Release, compassion, freedom, peace. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Let go of resentment and allow healing to flow into your life. Stuck. Inertia, resistance, reevaluation, perspective. Feeling stuck can be a signal to pause and reevaluate your direction. Use this time to gain clarity and adjust your course. Healthy. Balance, vitality, nourishment, positivity. Focus on building a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Small, consistent choices lead to long-term well-being. Under the deck is usually what you don't see coming or what you need to work on, and we have patterns, cycles, habits, recognition, change. Pay attention to the patterns in your life. Recognizing them is the first step towards transformation and growth. So I feel like there's some patterns that have kept you stuck, and they haven't been the healthiest for you. And it may be really hard for you to bring forgiveness into the situation, but I feel like you have to do this for yourself, not for the actual person who you might think receives this from you. Clarifiers. Declutter, fork in the road, dream big, and celebrate. Yeah, I feel like whenever you lighten the load, you'll be able to move forward, and that there's probably a pretty big dream that you want to have happen. And it's just saying that it is going to happen, and it might not look the way you want it to come in, but there will be some opportunities here and you will have to make a choice. And I think that's why it's saying focus on building a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Because this fork in the road, the fork in the road is that experience from our past that we can repeat. And the other road is into the future, experiencing stuff that we have in the past, but in a healthier, more vibrant way instead of a low vibe way. I always feel one's a high road and one's a low road for the fork in the road. Anyways, I think you're being asked to declutter this and use forgiveness here to clear some of that out so that whenever you're given this opportunity, that you're going to choose the right opportunity and it's going to help you bring in stuff that you never ever thought or could imagine that you would be able to experience, and it's going to bring in celebration for you. All right, so that is you, Earth signs.